My boyfriend, 27M, has prohibited me from saying a certain word and gets angry at me, 27F, when I accidentally say it. My boyfriend does not like it when I use WTF while we are texting or chatting online. WTF is something that I have been using since I was 13, and honestly, it's a hard habit to break. It is like asking someone to stop typing LOL or LMO. I know he doesn't like WTF because it has the swear word in it, and he has told me that it sounds very rude to him. I am confused why I am not allowed to use WTF because he says fuck a lot while we are together. I told him that he uses the swear word too, and his response was, so it's my fault. I can sort of see how WTF can sound rude to people, and I honestly have been trying my best to stop using it, but today it just slipped because I was shocked by something. Can someone help me understand his perspective? TLDR, boyfriend asked me not to say WTF. I agreed, but today it accidentally slipped and now he is angry with me. Relevant comments. Lynn, is he controlling about other things too? How long have you been together? OOP. No, not really. Been together for 2 months. Lynn. Yeah, I thought it wasn't long. Listen, this is just the beginning. There is all kinds of emotional fuckery in your future if you don't call him on his bullshit when it happens, and probably even if you do. I'm sorry, what? You want me not to say fuck? Why not? You do, but I can't. He'll give you some bullshit and you'll say something like, yeah. I'm not going to not do something that you do. And he can get mad, but you just say no and move on to some other topic or activity. If he gets mad and treats you poorly, calls you names, says other hurtful things, then you say something like, I won't be treated this way, and if he doesn't stop, then you leave. But even if you can't put your finger on why it's bullshit, you can still just not agree and then make sure you don't do it more often, because that would be childish and petty, even if it would be satisfying when you're irritated with him. But don't do it much less. An ex of mine said when we were about a month in that he hated the way I spat when I brushed my teeth. Newly out of an abusive relationship, I said, sorry, in a sorry you feel that way kind of way, and carefully. Because of the previous abuse, I had to be careful not to fall into the same pattern of accommodation. Did not change my behavior. We were together for a year and it never came up again. I broke up with him for unrelated reasons. It's entirely possible that this isn't actually going to happen, but with the fact that he got mad when you said WTF, I'd bet $1,000 on emotional abuse within 6 months. And with this going on so early, when it does happen, it's going to be bad. Also, I'd put more money on him calling you a whore or otherwise getting jealous and demonstrating that he has different standards for men and women, particularly when it comes to sex. OOP. I guess right now I feel like my fault in this is that I said I would stop, but I didn't. I mean, I tried really hard, but I let it slip. Do you think that he may be mad at the fact I couldn't keep my promise more than the fact that I used WTF? Even if it is that, I still think he should be able to recognize that it was a complete mistake, as it is a habitual behavior for me, which is a hard thing to go cold turkey on. Leetdude_shadowban. The issue isn't if you said WTF or not, or if it's your fault, or if he should be mad or not. The issue is you're dating a very controlling person who got you to agree to never say the word WTF and then gets mad at you when you use it, even when you point out he uses the word too. That's a huge and major issue and has nothing to do with whether you said WTF or not. You're only 2 months in. Do you really want to date a person who makes rules like these for you? Law_fee_vert. I feel like my fault in this is that I said I would stop, but I didn't. I mean, I tried really hard, but I let it slip. Your only fault is to agree to this stupid rule. First of many he will have that will apply to you, but not to him. Abuse starts with small steps, as the abusers try to get the feel of what they can do without you leaving them. Why exactly did you agree to this, knowing that this rule is not intended to apply to him at all? OOP. I agreed because I thought that even though I don't see WTF as rude, if my partner takes it that way, then I will try my best not to offend him. Also at the time, I thought that when he asked me not to say WTF, he was implying that we both should not swear, but I later realized that he continued to swear. Law_fee_vert. So, now that you know that this rule was intended only for you, do you still think it's reasonable at all? Do you intend to comply with the no WTF, but only for Reddit Girl 125 idiocy? OOP. I am confused though because I remember I have used the word fuck once or twice, but he didn't care at all, but it is only when I say the acronym WTF he gets mad. Makes me think that there is some history or specific meaning to WTF that I am unaware of. Update 1, 3 days later. I talked to my boyfriend after the incident, and this is how it basically went down. A equals me, BF equals him. A, are you still upset with me? BF, no, I don't care anymore. You don't have to change yourself for me, but just to let you know I am not attracted to girls that say WTF often. A, is it just the acronym WTF or is it the F word too? BF, both. A, okay, noted. Will you stop swearing as well? BF, okay. I really don't like your attitude. Every time I bring up an issue you say, can you do underscore as well? Saying, okay, noted, was good enough. Let's not talk for a while, message me next week. A, okay. I wanted to bring up issues such as why he feels he can swear, but I cannot, but as you can see, I didn't even get to talk much as he is refusing to talk to me until next week. Right now, I do not mind as I have a lot going on my plate right now, and I don't want to deal with anything until my stuff gets sorted out, but I am appalled by his behavior. I do not believe I displayed a bad attitude. I simply asked if he is going to do the same because he swears as well. Am I missing something here? Did I really display a bad attitude? TLDR, I tried to confront my boyfriend and asked if he would stop swearing as well, and was told I have a bad attitude for asking him to do the same. Top comments. Sneakies too. BF. Okay. I really don't like your attitude. Every time I bring up an issue you say, can you do underscore as well? Saying, okay, noted, was good enough. Let's not talk for a while, message me next week. This is so sketchy on his part. He's basically complaining that you are asking that he be held to the same standard as you are. In your mind, you're equals. It's clear that in his mind, you're not. Honestly, I think you need to take a good long look as to whether you should continue a relationship with this guy. He sounds manipulative and controlling. Catfancy subscriber. You should have replied WTF. Seriously, though, the fact that he complained about your attitude just for making a fair point says a lot about him. He sounds manipulative to me, and you should not message him next week. Final update, 1 day after last update. Hey guys, wow, I did not expect to get so many replies from my update, but thank you all. Here is basically what happened. Sorry if it ends up being a long post. So it didn't take me long to decide that I am done with this guy, but I did leave my clothes in his car, so I wanted it back. Unfortunately, he is out of the country on a business trip for 2 weeks or so, and he left his car at a friend's house who happens to live in my neighborhood. Since he explicitly told me not to contact him for a week, I was going to take the advice of people here and just never talk to him again, get my stuff quietly, and tell him that it is over. I contacted his friend and asked him if I can come to his house and pick it up so that it will be of no inconvenience to him. His friend then offered to come to my place and drop it off. An hour or so later, I get a call from my now ex-boyfriend, thank God, who is flipping his shit saying I am bothering his friend and asking why I am so desperate to get my stuff back, and at this point I think he is absolutely crazy because his friend is the one that offered to come to my place after I insisted twice that I pick it up, whenever it is convenient for him. He then rambles about how my clothes are probably only worth $20 and then offers me $100 instead of giving me my stuff back, WTF? And I tell him that I do not want his dirty money. I tell him he is controlling and manipulative, and he tells me that he is dropping me, not knowing I already did that a while ago. He then blocked me. So yeah, I am not getting my stuff back. An hour later, he calls me again and says that he does not want to burn bridges. He then talks about how I will be successful in life, talks about all the good traits that I have, and then tells me that he hopes I will not talk bad about him to anyone he knows. He cares a lot about his image. He told me that he is shocked that I called him manipulative and controlling as he has never heard those words from anyone before, and he does not believe he is. He then said, if I am manipulative and controlling, why do I have so many rich and successful friends? After that, he tells me that I am immature and he is much more experienced in relationships because he has dated more girls than I have dated guys. He has dated 6. I have dated 4. He keeps rambling on about how our city is small and he is well known, so he needs to keep his reputation up, but he called me to make me feel better. He told me that if I were to tell the whole world about this situation, everyone would agree with him. I laughed because I literally did ask the world being Reddit, and practically no one sided with him. I wanted to send him the link, but he blocked me on everything. He did apologize for being manipulative, controlling, and possessive, which really surprised me, but he said it in an annoying tone that did not sound sincere, but hey, at least I got some sort of apology. He then tells me that he completely moved on from the whole WTF incident a long time ago, but he wanted to reinforce how bad it was so that I never do it again. He said if he didn't act mad, then I might think it's okay and we'll do it again. This made me feel like he was treating me like a dog that needs to be trained and conditioned to do certain things. I can obviously see that this whole phone call was another manipulation attempt to keep my mouth shut and to not spread rumors about him, which I wasn't going to do anyway. So I get mad and call him delusional, and he calls me crazy and hangs up. Maybe I could have dealt with it more maturely and not let my anger get to me, but I can only take so much, and I don't regret it. In good news, I feel happy and free. I look forward to finding someone that is the right man for me instead of being with someone that is malicious. Thank you to everyone that responded and took the time to read all the updates, smiley face. TL, DR, I left him, but he took my clothes. Oh well, it is a small price to pay for freedom out of an abusive relationship with a crazy person. Final comments. Albrecht Einstein. He told me that he is shocked that I called him manipulative and controlling, as he has never heard those words from anyone before, and he does not believe he is. He then said, if I am manipulative and controlling, why do I have so many rich and successful friends? After that, he tells me that I am immature and he is much more experienced in relationships because he has dated more girls than I have dated guys. Oh my God, this part. It's like he's trying to check all the boxes on the emotionally abusive narcissist checklist. Well done, OP. I'm so glad you got out of there. Zorkel Chorkin. Next step. Talk to the friend and get your stuff back anyway. OOP. His friend blocked me too. I think my ex told him to block me. It's _Lloyd. WDF?